Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tanks of Freedom. And we are finally playing version 3.5. I shouldn't say finally, but I've been looking forward to this one quite a bit because they've added so many new things to it, including, I won't say fix the AI, but just made them harder. I've heard that it's really, really difficult after you get to a certain point, so I am finally waiting to test my wits against them and see if we can beat them. Now, this game is brought to you by Pix or P1X. Um, Basically, now you have a load-in screen that says Tanks of Freedom. Welcome, General. Tanks of Freedom is still in beta. We are actively working on improving it. Please feel free to send us any suggestions and bug reports. And of course, you can visit their page at w84death.itch.io/tanks-of-freedom. And it is a free game right now. If you want to donate, great. That's fantastic. If you enjoy the game, I highly suggest that you do that. But you can go on there. You can download the game for free and try it out and see what you think. I love games that do that because it allows you to find the games that you really enjoy and support the publishers that create games that are content based for you. Rather than paying somebody for a game that in the end you may not like and you only played, for like 10, 15 minutes, and it's a waste of $60, and it's a false security to that game company because the people who paid for it this time are not going to pay for it next time. They didn't even like it this time. And at least with this market, you can kind of see that the people who enjoyed your game are the ones paying for it. And you know just how many people are appreciating what you're doing. And I think that's kind of a cool way to go about it. But enough me talking about that. We are going to enter the game and we're going to go into campaign mode. Let's see what it says. Tanks of Freedom. Mayday Square. After days of protests, we finally say enough is enough. Oh my God, guys, I cannot speak tonight. Corruption and abuse has to stop. Protesters of Mayday Square are ready to fight, take command of the freedom fighters, and assault President's Palace. So we are going to be playing as the Blue, and we get a troop, we get a tank, and a helicopter. I can't wait to start that. And apparently, you can't just pick between the maps now. You actually have to beat them in a certain way, which is going to be pretty cool to see how the game progressively gets harder, because once you force them to do that, every level does have to kind of be a little bit more difficult than the one before it. So, secret transmission, it's Blue's turn. And as you can kind of see, some of the stuff is different and some of it isn't. Let's see, can we move around? Yeah, we can move around just fine. You'll see the player AP is down here, 20. I got turn 1, and AP gain plus turn is basically nothing at this moment. I guess we don't get anything for going to the next turn, but we should now. But it probably won't update right away. Now this level, if it's a lot like the one I played before, was pretty easy to get by. But again, that's kind of the purpose behind it. Is it's meant to be, the tutorial level to kind of ease you into the game. So you wouldn't really want it to be that difficult. I would think, though, that this level would be very, very difficult if you could play as the red team and try to survive against the blue guys. That would be pretty cool. So let's see, how do we end our turn? With this big X thing, maybe? Yep. There we go. There we go. So we did get to see the enemy attack. Maybe it slowed down quite a bit from what it used to be. But, yeah, it was still kind of quick to kind of see the movements. But again, you really don't want it too long. You want it kind of quick with this game. For any game like this, that it kind of goes by without waiting too long. Otherwise, people sitting there playing it on their phone may find that, they are constantly looking up rather than looking at the screen or something. I don't know what you guys... You have to let me know what you think on that subject. Whether you want a nice, slow combat, or if you want something a little quicker so that you can kind of just get through a whole bunch of levels real quick if you want to just play around. And we are going to send this guy in, and we're going to take over this. No, we're going to hold off on taking over that building, because if we take it over, actually, I think this is the patch where they're supposed to incorporate that, so I think we're going to do that. When they try to take it over, they actually have to fight in there or something. I think there's supposed to be something to that, so we'll have to see how easy it is to take those. Okay, so we're making a little bit of gold. Not that we really need to make any to win this match, although it is a little bit more difficult than the previous one. And there we go, we won. So turns 3, total time is 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Individual time, blue team is 2 minutes, and the red team basically got 6 seconds of playtime, and I just kind of bloviated there for 2 minutes during the video. Blue team dominations 4, red team 2. What do they mean by domination? Moves 34, red team 5. 0 deployments by either side. And eliminated, I got 2 and he got 2. Did he really kill 2 of my guys that I wasn't paying attention? I guess maybe he did. I didn't even see that. Okay, blue team got 500 and red team got 150 total score. I don't know if the score points are going to do anything yet, but they might add something down the road that allows like your profile to go up in rank. It may not do anything other than just a namesake, that shows that you've been playing for quite a long time. But I don't know if those are going to be added in. I think it would be kind of cool if it did, because then you would actually go back and play levels just for the sole purpose of trying to achieve a higher score so that you can get a better rank. That again just maybe symbolizes that you've been playing the game for a while and that you like the game, and you're probably a pretty big expert in the game. And if you're playing multiplayer and somebody comes across as like Sergeant and you're a grunt, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I'm probably gonna die here. But I think that would be kind of cool to have a system like that. Let's see, let's go back to the main. Do we go campaign? What happens if we go to campaign? Oh, it goes to the next one. Okay, guys, well, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and end the episode, and we will begin again on the next episode right here. This, again, is a game called Tanks of Freedom, brought to you by Pix or P1X. I highly suggest you guys go check it out. Again, it is a free-to-play game. You can donate if you like the game, and like I said, I highly suggest that if you do like games, not just Pix or Tanks of Freedom in general, but all games, if you like the publisher, you like the games that they're producing, donate to them, because it does help them out, and it shows them that, especially with like very specific games, that this is a game that it may not have a huge following, but it has enough of a following to do what we want to do with it and give the fans something. But without that knowledge, they may not take that risk. So again, guys, support the games you enjoy, and I will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.